Hello everyone, Killer here, and welcome to this extremely overdue video. I cannot apologize enough for how long it has taken to get this video out, and I promise that I will try my best not to let anything like this happen again. I cannot believe how long it's taken me to make this, and I am really sorry guys. And I will try to produce some more regular videos in the near future for you. So I wanted to make this video as another sort of discussion type of video, much like the one that I made a while ago where I discussed the future features of the Dalek mod. This video will be similar, but it's going to focus on only one feature that's going to be added to the mod in the future, and this is one that we have been looking forward to for a very long time, and there is a lot to discuss about this. This feature is, of course, Story Mode. So in this video, I will go over some of the highlights in the development of Story Mode since its initial announcement, some rumors heard from the SWD Team members in that time, and some of my own thoughts and ideas sprinkled in there as well. I probably won't cover every detail in the history of Story Mode, so I just want to apologize in advance if I get anything incorrect, and if there's anything that I've missed, please share it with us in a comment down below. Also, keep in mind that Story Mode actually hasn't come out yet at the time of this video, and everything I relate in this video may not have anything to do with the actual Story Mode when it comes out. This is just sort of data and evidence that I've gathered, things that have been announced over the history since the first announcement of Story Mode, and none of it may actually have any bearing on what Story Mode's actually going to look like because it's been a really long time since that first announcement. Speaking of which, the initial announcement of Story Mode was made in June 2013, and it came in a very special video made by UDWF1 or Sam, who made the update videos for the Dalek mod at that time. The video showed him walking through a custom-made sort of adventure map which depicted Totter's Lane from the very first episode of Doctor Who. And messages would appear in the chat via command blocks. Sam would then walk into a special Story Mode TARDIS, which the interior contained a rather poorly modded console, but pretty much the first modded console we had ever seen in the Dalek mod before. And this is a very special TARDIS that was only used in the Story Mode videos, and was never actually, I believe, released in any public build of the mod. And this TARDIS then took him to the year 10,000 BC, which at the time this dimension wasn't completed by the time of the video, so there's just a little bit there that he walked into. But it kind of gave you the idea of what Story Mode was. So this announcement was very big of a game within Minecraft containing a narrative based on your favorite Doctor Who stories, all featuring the Dalek mod. And of course, this is something that fans are going to look forward to and have been looking forward to for the years after that initial announcement. So since making that video, Sam would often drop little hints about Story Mode's development in his update videos and that, and we're going to look more into some of those hints in just a moment. As for the original idea of what Story Mode is going to be like, from what I've seen and heard, and from particularly that video that Sam released, it looks like it was going to be a series of adventure maps, controlled by command blocks and redstone and things like that, where the player would walk through different Doctor Who stories. So you may wonder which stories were going to be in Story Mode? Well, we can actually find the answer to that on Sam's ancient Dalek Mod Google Sites website, which actually still exists and can be visited if you would like to see the site for yourself. I'll leave a link in the description. On this site, Sam described Story Mode as, quote, a new Minecraft game mode that lets you run through several Doctor Who themed campaigns in Minecraft. So some of these campaigns are listed as An Unearthly Child, The Daleks, the TV movie, Doomsday, Blink, Asylum of the Daleks, The Snowmen, and several others as well. So I would like to again point out that everything that I've mentioned up to this point in the video, outside the concept of Story Mode itself obviously, was part of Sam's original idea for Story Mode, what Sam was working on, and may not be part of the current project of Story Mode at all, after all this time. So anything shown to us from this period is most likely not going to have anything to do with the Story Mode that actually gets released. It was so long ago, and it was made by Sam. So in late 2013, the SWD team was officially formed, and then not long after this, in early 2014, Sam then left the team, and developing on the mod to continue his own interests. So didgeridoo Matt, everybody's favorite German, has since joined the team in Sam's place to make the update videos. We're going to get more about Matt in Story Mode towards the end of the video. So what actually happened to Story Mode during this time period? Well, even with Sam gone, Story Mode was still being worked on by other members of the SWD team. Some of these members were YouTuber O2 or Luke, who makes models for the team, and the on and off again team member Katari. I think I remember it being said that she was working on Story Mode at this time, but I think I do need verification for this, so don't quote me on that. But it was also during this period that the internal bombardment of "where is Story Mode" questions began. However, we never actually saw anything about story mode itself, but we did see a few teases for it. At some point during this time period, an unclickable story mode button was actually added to the Dalek mod title screen, which was just kind of like a reminder that everybody knew, okay, it's story mode, you're asking for it, there it is. You'll be able to click that button sometime in the future. But on June 1st, 2014, something pretty exciting happened. Luke actually released the first ever promo picture for story mode, which was a render he created depicting Towder's Lane, kind of reminiscent of Sam's original story mode video. 3 days later, on the SWD channel, a video was uploaded called Story Mode Trailer Number 1, promising in the description that it was coming sooner than you think. I'm not sure how true that actually was. But again, this video depicted Towder's Lane, much like the original video that Sam made. The rest of 2014, there was very little announced in terms of story modes released. Katari left the team, questions of where it was continued to be asked. However, in late September, we got another picture from Luke. This time it was concept art for, quote, the 11th Doctor level of story mode, unquote. This was another rendered which depicted the 11th Doctor possibly on Scarl with a Dalek in the background. Now, besides these renders and that trailer and a lot of speculation, there is very little known about story mode during this time period. In early 2015, we received a lot of news regarding story mode. Perhaps the most exciting was the announcement of Christopher Thompson as the voices of the 2nd, 11th, and 12th Doctors. This meant that story mode wouldn't just be a typical modded adventure map as we would have believed from the evidence we had before this, but that it would also contain voice acting, with none other than the Doctor himself actually interacting with the player. So this was exciting news. It made story mode seem way more cool, and it just felt like one more step closer to being released. And less than a week later, we received another video. This was the video that announced that the SWD team had a Patreon page. However, more importantly, in this video, which was hosted by Red Dash, one of the coders for the Dalek mod, announced a release date for the story mode, and that was being next year, or at the time period 2016. By this point, story mode had been announced nearly 2 years before, so hearing something concrete about it was exciting. Later that year, we received another video showing the unofficial 12th Doctor story mode titles, although how this would fit into story mode, or if it would even go into story mode itself, was actually unclear. Again, anything that was announced from this time period this long ago is unlikely to have any part with the version of story mode that we're going to see released. Finally, on April 1st of 2015, Matt made a video showcasing the alpha test of story mode. This was the first ever look we actually got into story mode itself. This video was of Matt making his way through an adventure map, which was given to him by Red Dash, and he wound up being found out that he's being trolled by signs and with cows. So this alpha test was actually just an April Fool's joke. However, much of what was seen in the video could have been used for story mode, or if story mode's actually going to be anything like that, we just don't know. But despite being a joke, this was kind of our first real look at any sort of story mode, whether this was real or not. I actually wouldn't mind if this was added into part of the story mode, kind of hidden like an Easter egg or something like that. So, all this hype for story mode kind of ended abruptly when Red Dash left the SWD team. So there is a lot of drama at this time surrounding the Dalek mod and another Doctor Who Minecraft mod and a few other things, but kind of all this resulted in story mode really being cast aside. The SWD team was reduced to 3 members only, and the focus of the Dalek mod and of the SWD team was kind of on the servers and getting the servers going and trying to release the updates at least every now and then. So really the only reference we had to story mode was just the button which was still on the title screen. Now, I cannot remember fully, but I believe that there was actually a sort of a tease shown for story mode, which you could see in part of one of the SWD team Dalek mod development videos, but it was so long ago I actually cannot, and it was such a short bit of the video, I can't actually remember which video it was. But if you go on to the SWD team YouTube channel, you could probably find it and look it up, but I cannot remember which video that was. So questions, the where is story mode questions were all still being asked about, and off we didn't get any reply, and when we did get some responses from the team members, they were rather discouraging. Sometimes we would get a reply that even the team itself had no idea what story mode was going to be, or what story mode was, or if it existed, or what happened to it, or anything like that. They were not very optimistic responses to a lot of the YouTube questions, but then again, I think by this time the team was very annoyed by the constant barrage of questions asking where story mode was. However, the status of story mode remained like this for quite some time, and that year of 2016 came and went without a release of story mode at all. So as I said, for quite some time this is how things stood, but just recently we got a very major announcement. On the 24th of December 2017, in the Dalek Mod Update 47 video, it was announced that story mode was going to be released in 2018, that is this year as time of this recording, and it would be developed by Matt. So the video revealed that there would be a connecting storyline that would be the key to time, and it would contain 6 episodes. So this is exciting because it's actually some more concrete evidence of story mode. We know that a team member is actually working on it, which is Matt, kind of UDWF1's counterpart now. But anyway, this is just absolutely huge to get this news that it's being worked on again, that there's some concrete idea for it. And even more exciting, it's revealed on the SWD Team beta access page that any beta access users on the SWD Team site will get some special information regarding story mode in the Dalek Mod Update 48 video. This is really exciting, guys, and it's really something to look forward to in the next update, Dalek Mod Update 48. So we'll see what that is all about, but as the time of this recording, that has not been released yet. So that is the history of the Dalek Mod story mode. And if I have left anything out or gotten any of this information incorrect, I just want to apologize right now for it. And also I want to bring up one more time that anything that I've mentioned potentially up to the very last bit of information in this video probably won't have a lot to do or anything to do with the version of story mode that we're going to start seeing released in Update 48 and or beyond. What do you guys think about any of this? How long have you actually been waiting for story mode? When was the first time you heard it? What do you think it's actually going to be like? And what do you hope most to see in story mode? Please leave your thoughts down below in a comment. I would love to hear them. And once again, I want to apologize just for how long it took to put out this video. And I really want to thank everybody out there who has been watching my videos, who's been commenting on them, and who has been subscribing. It's awesome to have you guys out there, and it's awesome to have your support and you guys watching my videos. So please leave any thoughts and comments below that you might have, and let me know if you like seeing this discussion type sort of video. Thank you once again for watching, and I will see you all in another video, so goodbye for now, everyone.